Here's a jaw-dropping story about emails, lies, and the complex web of relationships. Can you imagine that? He finally started his work, tapping away at the keyboard as messages flickered like fireworks. At this moment, everyone's tricks were being performed perfectly through the mysterious network. You couldn't tell who or what was on the other side. While finishing his work, he plotted his escape, scribbling emergency messages in 4 languages on the box. He pushed open the bathroom door, checked everything carefully, and took that crumpled paper out of his pocket. A woman suddenly poked her head in, the same troublemaker from before, slowly approaching him to snatch the paper away. He quickly turned off the faucet and shared his sob story. Surprisingly, she didn't report him, giving him a warm fuzzy feeling. Now, he thought the woman was just like him, one of his kind, but she needed to hit her targets to go home. He struggled to hold the door with a mop while shouting outside, urging the woman to hurry back to the park. The bathroom was tiny, and if they got caught, nobody would escape. Anna, a former model, bumped into her long-lost best friend. She hadn't even had time to shout when her boss called her into the office. "Don't tell me this is not you. It's totally me. This is not what I signed up for." The boss didn't even listen and just handed her the pink slip. According to the boss, she tarnished the company image, thus the termination notice. "That was my photo that got stolen. It has nothing to do with me." The supervisor wanted to help, but she had no clue how badly the company was hurt. The city was swamped with these cards, necessitating new brochures. Anna looked wronged, clueless about her mistake. Before she could argue, the supervisor dragged her out. Just when she was lost in thought, her best friend turned. The elevator went to the 28th floor, an unsolicited job. Anna was speechless when she opened the door. The colors here were dazzling. Her change into something, Anna was handed a costume. She glanced at everyone in the room and without hesitation tossed her clothes and dashed out, but just as she stepped out, that guy who contacted her chased after her. He said it was for an ad. "This isn't what I expected. Come on, let's go back." Anna shook him off, her brain whirring with strategies, but this guy blabbed without filter, rambling nonsense. No one knew what he was talking about. Both sides got tangled up. With her best friend driving up in a fancy car, she swiftly stepped in to resolve the standoff. "How much?" "I'm like a 1-year-old model." But her friend, unfazed, warned him before quickly scanning a payment code. Akai sipped his fine wine calmly, pleased with Anna. "Is this illegal? We're properly licensed here." "Just an ad, isn't nothing serious. How much can you make?" "About 100 to 150. Plus, there are bonuses and cuts from the hits. It's not bad." Seeing her desire for high earnings, her friend smiled slyly. After close inspection, Anna became intrigued. Their chemistry was undeniable, putting on a grand performance. Akai knew Anna would be back as soon as she got pulled away. The ruckus from the car bolstered Anna's resolve. Her friend deliberately stayed, wanting to see Anna off. When she knocked on the window to join, her best friend quite intriguingly showcased the strategy of retreating to advance. "Next year, the parents will most certainly call for you to come for a visit. This year, the spots are already filled up, and my qualifications are significantly better than theirs. I really need the cash." Her friend relented, but still maintained it was uncertain. "Next week will be fun." She watched her ad launch as if it were a surreal dream. The car cruised along, reaching the border as the girls walked through with their luggage. But some began to sense something was off, and the border opened easily. "Hey, is there a mix-up here? You all have your passports. The travel visas are only valid for 2 weeks, otherwise, it's a blacklist for you. What's there to fear? If you don't want to donate, just go home, even if you're reluctant." But the girls still squeezed through for the thrill. As soon as they crossed the street, a group surrounded them. They finally reached the city, crossing a few rivers, and arrived at the elementary school, quite different from before. The girls didn't resist. All their phones were confiscated, and the cameras were covered with thick paper. They distributed access cards, assuring them, "We'll temporarily hold your passports and return them once you complete your tasks." "How much do we have to do?" Everyone twisted under the flashing lights, while Anna's looks and charisma stood out. Akai placed her on the homepage of the site. Each one had their own makeup artist, non-stop updates for 24 hours. However, they weren't engaging in live streaming, but rather recording in accordance with specific instructions. Anna exhibited great diligence, diligently practicing her skills even during her rest periods. On her very first day, she spotted that brat, a little van cruising through the city loaded with text messaging gadgets. Every 100 meters, thousands get messages with Anna below on the homepage and gambling links. They employed a casting strategy, often reeling in big catches, unexpected fortunes in the hundreds of thousands. She pressed the button under the table. Akai hurried over, hearing Anna's period pain. He told her to hang in there.